Hello and welcome to another art video with me, Miss Merks. So today we are going to be creating origami. Origami is the art of paper folding. Its name comes from the Japanese word ori, folding, and kami, paper. Traditional origami consists of folding a single sheet of square paper, often with one color on one side, into a sculpture without cutting, gluing, taping, or even marking it. This is a paper crane. This is a little frog. I love frogs. They are my favorite animal. And I have a little doggy. And then our project is going to be this fortune teller. So I'm going to show you how to fold this, color it, and decorate it, and then how to use it. Before we get started with making our fortune teller, we need to gather a few supplies. So the things we're going to need for this project will be white printer paper, crayons, markers, 4 colors, and a pair of scissors. The first step we need is going to just involve scissors and the 1 sheet of printer paper. So as you can see, this is a rectangle and we need a square. I'm going to show you how to make a rectangle into a square, and it just takes 1 simple fold. So you're going to take any one of your corners and you're going to fold it into a triangle, and you're going to fold it so that one of the edges meets the other edge of the paper, like this. So if your edges meet, like they are for me right here, then I can press down. I'm pressing with my right hand as my helper hand, and now I'm going to press with my left and crease and make that fold. And I'm pressing and rubbing against that fold. Now we have a right angle triangle, and we have this rectangle, this long rectangle left over. This is the part we're going to cut off. We're going to get our scissors. We're going to cut off this rectangle. We're following the other edge. And now we have a rectangle and we have a square. All right, so now that we have our square, what I'm going to do for teaching purposes, I'm going to use a colored marker and I'm going to trace the creases every time I make a crease, just in case you get confused during this creation. So right now I have a crease that goes diagonally through my square. So I'm just going to highlight that with the orange marker. Now we have to do a second fold. So now we've folded this way. Now we have to actually pick up one of the corners that has the mark on it, and we fold it back so that the 2 corners meet and that line meets itself, and we press our crease down and then we unfold it. I will draw my mark. Again, you're not drawing the marks, I am. So your paper should have 2 creases in it. Now, the center should be a big X. So the center, we're going to make each one of our points go towards the center. So this point of my square See how it's lining up nicely with the one next to it? Pick up this other corner, have that meet the center, press that down. And my last one kind of looks like an envelope right now. And we're going to press that down. So there should be folds. I'll just unfold this so you guys can see. I'll make this a different color. So you should have kind of a square inside your square with triangles on the edges. You guys see those squares and triangles? Here's the square and here's the triangles. We're gonna fold all of that back up though. Make sure that we have everything folded. Now, we're gonna flip this over like a pancake. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna flip it. I'm gonna make sure all of our little triangles are still laying flat. Now that we flipped our square pancake, we're gonna do the same thing, but on this side. So do you guys see the orange that's kind of peeking through? You guys will have a crease that you're gonna follow. So you're gonna pick up a corner again, and you're gonna make it meet the center. And you're gonna press. Take your corner, meet it in the center. Take your next corner, meet it in the center, and then we'll get our last corner. Again, this looks like an envelope. Great. So again, I will show you where the creases should be with this marker. So we did the same action twice, except we flipped our project over to do it. So if you want to make sure that you did it right, you should have little squares on this side. So we're going to test it out, because we just made our origami fortune teller. So you want to get your fingers into these little folds. So there's half of it. And then get your thumb in one and the rest of your fingers in the other. And you kind of squish it together. So if you did everything correctly, this should be easy because you folded everything right. So next step is I'm going to teach you how to decorate this and then how to use it on other people. I'll be right back. All right, so your fortune teller probably looks like this right now. So to decorate it, we actually need to flatten it out. So we're just going to push the middle down and we're gonna have the square flaps, not the triangle flaps. We're working on the square flaps. We chose 4 colors. I chose green, purple, orange, and blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the color Green. I'm gonna write purple Purple. I'm gonna do orange. Orange. And blue, Blue. So the next step would be to color with either color pencils or crayons the little square section. All right, now that you've got each one of your colors, again, you can pick whatever colors you want. These are just the ones that I wanted to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to flip your fortune teller like a pancake, and you're going to flip it over. So now we have all of these triangles inside triangles. So we are going to be putting numbers 1 through 8 all the way around. You can actually put whatever numbers you want. If you want to put random numbers, totally can. I wouldn't go past double digits because you will be there for a while. So I'm going to just count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you should have 1 through 8 or whatever variety of numbers, and you can scatter the numbers everywhere. It doesn't have to be in a row like this, but this is how I like to do it. So in fortune telling, when you ask a question, go, will it rain today? What are some answers to that question? That question could have a yes, no, maybe, and I don't know. Or you could also put IDK. So in place of this one, I'm going to put ask again later or ask later. So that means the same thing as I don't know. So you don't have to ask that question to it, but I just want us to get to this point where we have yes, no, maybe, and ask later. Or you can put IDK. So I'm going to put yes. I'm going to put no across, but you can put them anywhere you want. I'm going to put maybe. And ask later. So now you should have all 4 of your squares colored in and labeled. And then you should have numbers 1 through 8 going around on the inside. And then you should have an answer underneath each flap. So when you open it up, it should look like this. When you close it, it should look like this. Now, I'm going to teach you how to use this on a friend. All right, so today I'm going to show you how to use the fortune teller that you just created. And I'm going to use my dog Falco. Hi, say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Okay, good boy. So Falco's going to boop his snoot on the things that he wants. So first, you need to ask your fortune teller a question. So Falco, what's your question?
Will I get a treat?
Oh, that's a really good question. So, will Falco get a treat?
Blue. Oh, let's do blue.
Blue. Blue has 4 letters. So we're going to open and close this 4 times. I know, you're so patient. I know. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want 3, 4, 7, or 8?
3.
1, 2, 3. All right, so this is the answer to your question. Do you want 1, 2, 5, or 6?
This is tough. I want 2.
2?
2, yeah, 2.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 2 is good.
Are you sure for 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Oh! It says yes, guys. Look, it says yes.
It says yes. I'm
It
getting
says
a
yes.
treat.
You're
I'm getting a treat.
You're getting a treat.
Oh.
Here you go, bud.
Nom, 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 nom. I like 2. Nom, 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 nom.
What a good fortune teller. So you should go and ask your family members or your friends to ask your fortune teller questions, and maybe they'll get the answer that they seek. So it sounds like Mr. Falco, my dog, really enjoyed this project because he got some treats out of it. What a good little helper. So just to give you a little bit more direction when it comes to using your fortune teller, the first step is to ask it a question. Will it rain today? And you pick a color. G-R-E-E-N. You pick one number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you pick your final number. I'm going to pick 4. And it says, ask later. So that's what I'll do. I'll ask it again later. So that is how you make and use a fortune teller. So if you want to learn how to make other stuff out of paper, I will be putting some other videos of other fantastic creators on how to make a paper crane, a frog, and a dog. So I hope you enjoyed this video about how to make a paper fortune teller, and I hope that you try to create some of these other objects as well. It still starts out the same, where you take your piece of printer paper and make it into a square. You can make the square as big or as small as you'd like. So until next time, keep being crafty, keep being creative. Don't forget to post onto Google Classroom, and I hope that you enjoy doing this activity at home. Until next time, bye guys.